Hello and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Valerie and I make fashion, beauty, and lifestyle content, and I do post every Friday. So if you like my content, please consider subscribing to my channel. Today's video is a Q&A. I asked you all to send me your questions over on my Instagram, and today I will be answering them. So let's get started. First question is, how old are you? I actually just turned 24 in July. I am a 1997 baby. Next question is, what is your ethnicity? I am Mexican American. My parents were born in Mexico and I was born and raised here in California, and specifically Los Angeles. Next question is, do I have a full-time job? And yes, I do have a full-time job. I do work in the social service realm, and that's all I'm really gonna say about that, just for privacy purposes. Did you graduate from college? Yes, I did. I went to Cal State Northridge. I went for 4 years, got my bachelor's in psychology, and I think I graduated back in 2019, so about 2-3 years ago. How did you choose your major? Honestly, it was kind of tough picking my major because I never had like a set goal. Like I never said that I really wanted to be this, you know. So when I was deciding what major to do when I was in college, I kind of just went down the list that CSUN provided, and I saw psychology as one of them. Like, oh, you know what, I've always been interested in you know, psychology and how the human mind works and why behavioral and, you know, human behavior. So I decided to do psychology, and I don't regret it at all. I really do love psychology, but it just never was, you know, I never pre-planned it. Like when I was in high school, I never said, oh, I want to be a psychology major or anything like that. How long have you been on YouTube? I've been actually on YouTube for 1 year, pretty much exact. It's been a year. What's my favorite song at the moment? Oh my god, I love music, and I love just hearing new artists all the time. So currently I rediscovered Amy Winehouse, and one of my favorite songs from her at the moment is Me and Mr. Jones, or Fuck Me Pumps. Those two are on replay and I never get tired of it. I just really like Me and Mr. Jones because of the like jazzy pop in just Amy Winehouse songs, but that one in particular, I just really like it. I just have been digging Amy Winehouse for a bit. She's really cool. If you haven't heard her music, check her out. How did you find your fashion style? Honestly, I don't know how. I just kind of, I think a lot has to do with my sisters. I think like especially my oldest sister, she was also into like style and fashion, so that kind of influenced it, because I, you know, growing up I would see her dress up, and so that is where I started it started. And then from there I just started watching a lot of YouTube videos and just having my own creativity through Pinterest, and just kind of just exploring. I really like to kind of try and get out of my comfort zone with style. Well, no, I don't really like it, but I feel like recently I've been liking to get out of my comfort zone and trying new things, and that's how I started, you know, just by testing out and kind of experimenting. Yeah, I think that's how I like really got it though. What's my favorite flower? You know, many of you don't know this, but I used to work in a floral shop, or actually I used to be a floral clerk for Ralph's, or most people know that as Kroger. But I used to work at Ralph's, and I used to be the floral clerk for a couple years, maybe 3 or 4, I think it was 4 years. But my favorite flower, my ultimate favorite flower, would definitely have to be a roses. I do like peonies as well. Unfortunately, they are really hard to get when they're not in, you know, in the season, but just roses are my definite favorite. Next question on our list is, how is it living with 2 older sisters and 1 little brother? Well, my little brother is not so little anymore. But for those of you who don't know, I have 2 older sisters. My oldest sister is going to be 29 this year, and then I have, her name is Leslie, and then I have Michelle. She's also my older sister. She is going to be 26, and then there's me, and then there's my younger brother who is 18, who's not so little anymore, but he's 18. Living with 2 older sisters and a younger brother, I think definitely has its own challenges, but for the most part, it's pretty wonderful. You're like, I feel like even though we have all differences, we do like similar things, and I think we just all get along, and we actually like to spend time with each other. We definitely, I think, even though maybe some of the, like, my younger brother would never admit to this, but I think like we're all like each other's best friends, and you know, I think that's a great, you know, a great bond that I have with them. I think we all just have like our like really good time together. So where would you like to travel to next? My goodness, if I had the opportunity to, I would love to travel to Europe, and specifically I would like to travel to Paris. I would like to travel to Paris because I feel like I romanticize it a lot, and I just want to see like the rich culture there, especially all the, like, you know, Paris, they say it's the city of love, so I definitely want to see that, see the Eiffel Tower, just eat lots of good food. Definitely, I think that would, I would love that to be my next trip. If not, it would probably be to New York. I would love to see New York, especially during Christmas time, because it snows and I've never been to the snow, so New York definitely is one of my top cities to visit to in the US. Favorite season? My favorite season has to be fall, because of the style. I definitely love coats, so I love to wear them during the fall. Boots, everything associated with fall. I love the weather, pumpkins, Halloween, the colder weather. I already said the colder weather. The style, the boots, just the drinks like pumpkin spice lattes. I just love fall, and it is my favorite season. Favorite place to shop for clothes? Definitely has to be Zara. I love Zara. I think that they do amazingly with their styles. They have versatility and it's pretty good quality, although I don't like that it's fast fashion, but Zara is my go-to when I want new clothes. Or Aritzia, both, either or, but definitely Zara. What's a good place to eat with a view? I'm assuming that a lot of people have seen my Instagram and they know that I got to eat a lot. I haven't tried this place. It's 71 and above, I think. I think it's called 71 and above. It's in LA. I've always wanted to go there. It's basically it's a restaurant in one of like LA's skyscrapers, and then you can see all of LA downtown, and I would love to go there. One restaurant that I have been to that has a pretty good view, I would probably have to say the Odyssey. The Odyssey in Granada Hills is a restaurant that has a really good view. Regardless whether you go at night or in the morning time, you can see, you'll pretty much have like a good view of the valley. What's your favorite restaurant in Los Angeles? Ooh, that's a really hard one. I love food. I love trying new foods and like to try different restaurants. So it's really hard to go back to one restaurant. But one that I occasionally like really do go often to, and I enjoy their food and their beverages, is Wakano. It's in the Topanga, well, it's actually Woodland Hills. the Village, and I go there a lot with my family. I feel like I've had better foods, but that place is one of my favorite places because of the beverages. It's not just the food though. I think it's the food, the beverages, service, the ambiance. So I think I take all of that into consideration, but that has been one of my favorite ones that I do occasionally, that I do go to often. So yeah, I think I would have to say Volcano. Favorite alcoholic beverage? Okay, I do have a couple. So if we're talking about like cocktails and mixed drinks, I'm going to absolutely have to say a Moscow Mule. Moscow Mules are my absolute favorite. I don't think I've ever had, actually I have had a bad one, but I've only had like one bad one, and Moscow Mules, wherever you go, I think they're going to be just so amazing. It's either Moscow Mule for a mixed drink, or if we're talking about like wines, I would definitely have to say rosé. Definitely. How much can I squat? Oh my goodness, I have a hard time keeping track, but recently I have, because I've been getting stronger, so I have to track it. But the most I can probably squat is 155 pounds, which to give you a visual is the bar, which is 45, 2 plates of 45s, 1 on each side, and I believe a 10 on each side. Yeah, that's as, can I really? Damn, my squat isn't that much. However, if we're talking about leg press, I could do 295, which is 3 plates. I could do 3 plates on each side, so 6 plates. That's my PR, and I'm so excited for that. How tall are you? I am 5'5". I am 5'5". Next question is, where did you meet your boyfriend? He's so hot. I wonder who this is from. I met my boyfriend at work. When I used to work at Ralph's, that's where I met him. I didn't really talk to him. We didn't talk to each other when I first started working at Ralph's, because he was there before I was working there. But we didn't start talking or anything. We just kind of like, we worked different departments, that's why. And then one day, like, my friend, I was like, she was manager, and she just like, we used to talk a lot. She was my friend, so we used to talk a lot, and she just let me know that like this guy thought I was cute, and I was like, oh well, I thought he was cute too. Anyway, we just started talking like that. So a mutual friend just connected us, but that's really why we started talking. I don't think I would have made a move. I don't think he would have made a move either, if it were not for our mutual friend. Is editing videos hard? Yeah, it's really hard. It takes a lot of time. Actually, well, it is hard. It can be really, it just depends on your content. Like, it can be hard, but once you get more experience, it gets less hard. But if you're trying to be more creative with your videos, and yeah, that's when it gets harder and more time consuming. It's just time consuming. I'd rather say it's time consuming than hard, because it's not hard. You just need to be very patient and creative with your videos. Well, that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. This was a lot of fun for me. But if you have any more questions, feel free to put them in the comments down below, and I'll respond to them. Give this video a thumbs up, and if you like my content, please consider subscribing to my channel. I'll definitely see you in the next one. Bye!